That Imascari Glow of Blood is used for one of the two solutions to this area. To be honest, I'm not going to bother. There is actually a way to complete both solutions simultaneously. It requires you to essentially split up your party, though, and I can't split up my party because all of my party members except me are utterly useless. There might theoretically be a way to do it, but it's just a couple more items that you get either way, and in neither case are any of them particularly important. So. The short version is this glowing powder here, mixed with the Imascari Globe of Blood, gives you another globe of energized blood, which can be used to activate some devices around here. I'm not going to bother, I'm just going to do Phantomy's quest, just to get it over with. If there were actually more interesting rewards, I might be more sort of motivated, but there are some unusual and sort of unique items, but none of them are good. So it doesn't really matter that they're not boring, it's just that they're not worth picking up. There's one way that I think I might be able to do it, and I will try it. But it's kind of a long shot. Because while I can't split up my party, I can summon things. And so if I summon something, and then I'm in a different place than the summon, I may still be able to do what I need to do. Anyway. You really can't run out of spirit energy down here because of these wandering air elementals, which, I mean, that they have another purpose why they're here, but they are also valid food. Good God, will she please shut up? Anyway, there are a whole bunch of other sort of parts to this, and most of it is just maze with no real objective other than just rooms with those items for the Globe of Blood. So we'll see what we can do.
No nightmares.
And I'm going to save here, and well, let's see if we can do this split up and make it work. Alright, I've tried a couple things, but I can't make it work. This big blue thing here, it's actually just a couple blue fields surrounding just an oversized elemental. One of the other items in this room that's worth picking up is these swift golem legs. Again, it's part of that golem, construct a golem quest later. The reason why I can't just summon something to beat this thing, it should be pretty obvious soon enough. And there's a lever here, and using it releases I keep on calling it a golem, the earth elemental. This thing is the poster child for Avasculate, because when you use Avasculate on it, maybe you can't see, yeah, there it is, 530 damage from one spell. And frankly, the next spell, usually you don't follow up Avasculate with Avasculate because, you know, it's dropping them down, but in this case, especially in this particular setting, that's a really important thing to do, because what is 50% then 50%? They're left with a quarter. And what does a quarter mean? It means you can eat them. And so, he's not a hard enemy with Avasculate running. But I have to be able to target him. And if I'm outside the room, essentially when you pull the lever, you also lock the door, and so you can't get out. And so you're stuck until you finish the fight. And that Earth Elemental is, as TV Tropes calls it, a load-bearing boss, and you're left with rubble in the path. If you have a full functional party, you can essentially leave your other party members on the other side of the rubble, and then just take over from there, and still complete everything. But I can't, because I don't... My other party members are idiots. Well, they're idiots because they have -10 to intelligence from the equipment I gave them, or in Oku's case, -30. But eating that large elemental also gives you a pristine spirit essence. Mold spirit won't work with pristines. You need another feat. He also drops this ring, and I can't remember what it is exactly. The Ring of the Unterite Generals, which... it's okay, I guess. Being able to cast Battle Tide once a day might be important to somebody. Anyway. There are other items in here, if you complete the other path, that are like that. They're unusual. I mean, they're definitely not just sort of yet another item, you know, yet another amulet of natural armor. But they aren't good enough to really want to be used, unless you have, you know, you're really using all 4 party members, and you're trying to do similar things with all 4. Now, with the change... I guess we can pick that junk up. With the Earth Elemental's death, essentially there's an earthquake, and so that the format of the area changes a little bit. You notice this door I can't go through anymore, because it's blocked by rubble. However, this door here I couldn't go through previously. So, we're going to keep going up, and we come to a boss fight.
This creature's laughter is what we heard throughout the Skein. Be careful. Madness and power dance within her.
So this is the source of that wretched squawking. I'll tear out her throat and silence her for good. Just ask.
Yes, please.
There is something about her. Beneath the mask she is wearing is a face I feel I have seen many times before, but...
Another lucky one. Lucky to know sleep, to know dreams. My gift to you, eternal slumber. Yes, and you might dream too. You might.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy. Anyway, her big sort of shtick is that she possesses your party members, and I really don't want that to happen, because if I get possessed instead of one of my companions, I will be utterly screwed. So I am going to remove the other targets she has for possession. Which is why I picked up Greater Fire Burst. It's quite effective at killing off my companions. And, you know, it's okay at actually killing her, too. We'll throw an Evasculate. She, has quite a few hit points. I'm actually just going to throw another Evasculate at her. And... we're getting pretty close to done with her. Yeah, just die. Alright, fine. I'm gonna rest in a second anyway, so I'm gonna Vampiric Feast to finish her off. Oh, she had 14. Vampiric Feast also works a little bit like Evasculate. If they make their save, they take half their current hit points and damage. So she had 14 hit points left. Just for variety, I'm going to kill her with a Quicken Fire Burst. Just as a random spell. And good riddance. Oh, wait. She's not dead.
Enough. This blood of mine you've spilt has loosened Insanity's grip on me. For now. I do not wish to die, though it would bring an end to the punishment I've endured for my crimes. My crimes!
Having a wonderful speaking voice is definitely not one of your crimes. But what were they?
I violated the sisterhood, broke the sacred laws of Gann. I took a man as my lover, and I loved him. Oh, how I loved him. I kept this love hidden, told my sisters I was just toying with him, just toying a little longer. But I let him escape and fooled my sisters with the desiccated corpse of some other man. They remained ignorant of my terrible crime until I birthed the product of our love. Then they found my beloved and made me devour him alive in front of his son. Even as they forced chunks of his flesh down my throat, he smiled at me, at our child. So beautiful, like his father, was my son Gann.
You are my mother.
So, my son has returned, and he has brought violence against me. Will you murder your mother? Is this the homecoming you have sought?
You abandoned me. Cast me to the wilds of Roshaman.
Abandoned implies I had a choice in the matter, my child. I had but one choice, and that was to love your father.
What does a hag such as you know of love?
More than you, I think, child. Have you not drifted from creature to creature, spirit to spirit, finding no dream that has touched you? Or have you done so at last with this one you follow, and perhaps not yet realized it? You know what I speak of is true, Gann of dreams, spirit of Roshaman. Do not waste what short time we have together with protests and accusations.
You speak as if your words are truth, but you know nothing of me, of my life.
I know you have dreamed of the city beneath the waves, and your travels have circled it all your life, until now, until the time has come to destroy it. It was ordained we speak this one last time, my dear Gann. It is the one hope that has cradled me in this prison.
You are a creature of lies, spawned from lies.
And you, my beautiful child, are far more terrible, to be spawned from the love of a hag. By such things are cities and nations laid to ruins. Do you wish to see the proof of my claims?
Yeah, sort of an interesting conversation about Gann. She references that Gann is the potential love interest. I'm not gonna bother with that.
I want to hear what she has to say. I may believe none of it, but I still wish to hear her speak.
My words you should hear. There are others who deserve your hatred far more. The Coven who sleep here, they must be awakened, and with violence. Send the Coven to join your father, who drifts in the rivers of the dead. Show them, at last, the horror that the love of a mother and her son can bring to their dreams. The voices echo through my mind, and the insanity will soon reclaim me. Take from me my eye. I will need it no longer. Use it in your travels. Use it against the Coven. Now leave me. The escape you seek is ahead. I do not know how much longer I can maintain my sanity. The voices in my mind are a cacophony.
Then hear my voice this last time, Mother. Where I walk, you shall be with me until the end days. We shall be together again.
Aww.
My son, my precious son. Does he dream of me, my son?
Okay, so we gained the dream haunting ability. This lets us do what Gann has been doing apparently throughout history, which is enter other people's dreams. But before we get to use it, we're going to have to get out of this collapsing place, and we'll do that in the next episode.